He testified that a light fixture was broken, similar to the way that
yes,
Johnny's
other than a light fixture, that was the only thing that was broken,
being rearranged
right?
and things like that.
The only thing that was broken in the trailer, according to Mr. Knight, was a light fixture. Yes or no?
And we are back again to Camille Vasquez, Johnny's attorney, ruining Amber's lies and showing the world what type of person she really is. When asked about the Hicksville trailer event where she had stated that Johnny had grabbed her friend's hand and threatened to break it, she stated that everything she had previously said was true, but her ex-best friend Rocky had never mentioned that incident happening. Amber had claimed that Johnny was the one who started the entire fiasco, and that when they went to the trailer he trashed it to the point where the manager of Hicksville came and was angry about it. But previously the manager himself came and testified that he was actually there that day and he saw Amber getting jealous because Johnny was not giving her the attention she needed, and that when he went to look at the trailer the next day it wasn't really trashed except the light fixture that had been removed.
Testified that he charged Mr. Depp only $62 for the damaged light fixture. You heard that, correct?
I did.
In Hicksville, you were the only one that was jealous and Mr. Depp was spending time from other people. Isn't that correct, Ms. Heard?
That is incorrect.
In Hicksville, you were the one who was upset that Mr. Depp wasn't giving you enough attention.
Incorrect again.
You told this jury that you had no idea that the press was going to be outside after you got the ex-party TRO on May 27th, 2016. Do you remember that testimony?
I apologize. I must have misunderstood, Ms. Vasquez.
Camille then reminded Amber that she had told the jury that she did not know there was going to be press outside the courtroom when she went to get her TRO. Amber tried changing her statements by saying that she had had nothing to do with it.
We're going to be there or not. When I walked into the courtroom that day, it was completely quiet, still, empty. Even though I had given Johnny's team notice that I was filing a TRO,
Your Honor, this is not
we
responsive.
had no reason to
Move
believe
to strike.
the press knew.
And Your Honor, I would also ask that you instruct the witness to please stop talking once I lodge an objection.
Your Honor, she's trying.
But then she went back to claiming that she was never aware of whether the press would be around because the courtroom was so silent. But then she started branching off from the relevant answer and was talking about things that no one really wanted to know about, and when she was being asked to stop talking, she continued talking as if Johnny's attorney wasn't talking to her. It wasn't until the judge got involved that she stopped talking.
I do.
Well, I'll strike the last part as non-responsive. Just if you could just answer the questions asked. Okay, thank you, Ms. Heard.
Camille then reminded her that on that day she had gone to court with her publicist and that it was weird that Amber always wore tinted moisturizer, but on that particular day that TMZ came to take pictures, she was without makeup.
Well, you did bring your publicist to the courthouse with you on May 27th, 2016, didn't you?
I sure did. I'm a public figure. I brought my publicist in case it blew up. In case.
You actually had alerted TMZ that you would be filing a TRO against Mr. Depp that very day, didn't you?
No, I did not.
The one day you didn't bother to wear makeup to cover up the mark on your face.
I did not.
Amber tried salvaging her situation by saying that she's a public figure, so she came with her publicist just in case things blew up.
Yes?
I heard him say that. I don't know if that's true or if that's possible because it didn't come from me. I was flying.
Tremaine
So
testify.
I know that's incorrect is what I mean to say.
Another liar on the stand?
I just know that that's incorrect.
When asked about who sent the video of Johnny smashing tables and cabinets to the TMZ, Amber denied ever sending it because she was flying. But the TMZ guy had testified that they received that video 15 minutes after it was shot, meaning that it could only have come from the source. Amber refuses and calls the guy a liar, which is the second time she has called someone a liar today. TMZ even declared that they own the copyrights of the video that Amber took of her husband smashing cabinets. But yet again, Amber denied having no knowledge of this.
Testify that TMZ owns the copyright to the cabinet video, right?
That's news to me.
The cabinet video you filmed of your then husband, yes?
The copyright ownership of that is news to me. I learned that yesterday.
It's the cabinet video.
Which is very weird since Amber was the one who took the video from her phone and that same video was uploaded the night before her divorce. It's also pretty suspicious that the video TMZ received was not fully complete because the part where Amber was setting up the camera had been cut off. Also, the end part where Amber is seen smirking was also cut off. Though Amber tried to argue that she hasn't smiled or smirked in this trial, which is a huge fat lie, she can be seen smirking at the end of that video. She has been smirking while Johnny and his witnesses were testifying. In other words, she has been smirking and smiling a lot.
Be seen smirking? I know you testified earlier that you haven't been smirking in this trial, but you sure were caught on camera smirking in that video.
I disagree with that.
Was also not included in the TMZ video.
Everyone can watch that video and you can determine whether you think it's funny to me or not.
That's because the video came from you, right?
That video did not come to me. Come from me.
Ms. Heard, you edited out the portions that made you look bad before sending it to TMZ.
You're very wrong about that.
So that
if I
only
wanted to
Mr.
leak
Depp
information, I
looked
could have
bad.
done it in a more effective way, a lot sooner and a lot more.
Because you
I
knew
was
exactly
living
how to
with
do
a
that,
mountain
right?
of this evidence. If I wanted to leak it, I could have done a lot more with it.
Camille then accused Amber of editing out parts of the videos that made her look bad. Like the beginning where we can see her setting up her camera to shoot an illegal video of Johnny, and in the end where we can see her smirking. Amber gets all defensive, claiming she never did such a thing, and if she would have done such a thing, she would have been way more careful in how she would have done it.
16. This is a picture of you and your friend Rocky Penn.
Two photos were then shown where in the first, Amber is seen with her publicist at court while Amber was getting the restraining order.
I don't know when this was taken.
This is the day after you obtained the domestic violence restraining order against Mr. Depp, right?
I have no idea when this image was taken. I did not take it.
There's no bruise on your face in this picture, is there?
Again, I don't know when this was taken, and also I'm outside. I was obviously wearing makeup. I have no idea when this was taken, so I have no idea if I can speak to
refresh your
what
recollection.
While in the second one, she's seen happily strolling about with Rocky, her ex-best friend, a day after she had obtained a TRO against her husband. Someone who is a domestic violence survivor, one who gets frequent panic attacks, would never have been able to go back to a happy, carefree life a day after signing a restraining order from their abuser. It just doesn't work like that.
This is an article dated May 30th, 2016, right, Ms. Heard?
That's what it says, yes.
And this article contains the same photograph of you and Miss Pennington we were just looking at, yes?
Yes, I see that.
And the article is entitled, Amber Heard Smiles as She Puts Arm Around Friend One Day After Getting Restraining Order Against Johnny Depp.
When she tried pretending that she had no idea when the photo was taken, Camille decided to politely remind her using an article with the same picture when the picture was taken, and it seems it was taken a day after the TRO.
So it's your testimony that Defendant's Exhibit 512 reflects damage to Penthouse 5 that occurred during the December 15th, 2015 incident, yes?
I'm not quite sure from what incident this is when I see this photo in a vacuum without context.
She was then showed a picture that she had previously testified to being a damaged part of the penthouse in the 2015 fiasco. She tried avoiding the questions, claiming she can't remember what had happened in the picture without context. And Camille, being the kind person she has, decided to show the context to Amber.
Which incident this is a picture of, since I'm only looking at
Even
a
though your
partial
counsel
floor.
was asking you questions about December 15th, 2015, and then admitted this picture into evidence?
Again, in my
relation to
She kept denying knowing the picture, even though her team had submitted the said picture and used it to make her explain what had happened at the penthouse in 2015.
direct testimony, you testified that this photograph reflected spilled wine in Penthouse 5 on May 21st, 2016, didn't you?
Again, I don't know because I'm looking at a partial picture of a floor, so unless she removed.
When this picture had previously been shown to her, she had claimed that it was wine spilled on the floor of Penthouse 5, but today she claims she has no recollection of ever saying that.
I didn't cover it up, Your Honor.
Could we unredact
Your Honor,
them so we could get context?
That's how it's in evidence.
That's how it's in evidence.
Next
Well,
question.
the metadata next to it is so that
Ms.
to
Heard,
avoid this
Ms.
sort of
Heard,
confusion.
there is no question pending, and I would appreciate it if you wouldn't be making argument to the jury.
Sorry, I think
From the moment the cross-examination started, she has been defensive and arguing with Johnny's lawyer, but this kind of attitude is not going to help her at all. The attitude doesn't seem to faze Camille. She even calls Amber out for staring at the jury and arguing to their direction. Someone should have done that earlier. It's also pretty stupid of her to try and educate the jury and the court when even the judge herself has said that that's how the evidence was presented to the court, by Amber's counsel, without context. How come she knew what it was before when she was asked about it by her attorney, even without context?
Exhibit 512 and 725 seem to be different versions of the same picture, don't they?
that's correct.
Okay. So which is it? Which one was taken on December 15th, 2015, or May 21st, 2016?
Camille then called her out for fabricating evidence and using two different photos of the same image twice in her evidence. She was then asked about the video where she had told Johnny that no one would believe him if he were to say he was a victim of domestic abuse because he is a man, and that she had not known that a lot of people would come out to defend Johnny, in which she replied it was actually the opposite. She had known that people would lie if they have to just to defend Johnny.
When you told this jury under oath that you punched Mr. Depp because you thought of Mr. Depp pushing Kate Moss down the stairs, you didn't expect Miss Moss to agree to testify that that never happened, did you?
Incorrect. I know how many people will come out of the woodwork to be in support of Johnny.
She even insinuated that Kate Moss was lying and that Johnny had actually pushed her down the stairs. The problem is that before she had mentioned this incident in court, there had never been a rumor about it, but she stated that she had heard a rumor about it. Johnny had told the world that he was actually the one who had told that story to Amber, who then twisted it into something it wasn't and used it against him in court.
But you didn't expect Mr. Baruch to weep for Mr. Depp after what you've put him through and so many others with your lies.
I relate to Isaac because he and I are
There's
the
no
only
further
ones who have
questions, Your
cried
Honor.
on this stand.
Nothing further.
All right.
From Camille's last statements, it's clear how done she is with Amber and her lies, and it's quite clear even on the face of Whitney, Amber's sister sitting behind Camille, that she's also done with the entire drama. Just for money and fame, Amber destroyed the career of Johnny and the livelihood of his family. She made him air his dirty secrets to the world just so the world would know that he was the victim of domestic violence, and not the other way round. Camille has proved to us again and again how much Amber is capable of lying and twisting her words under oath. If it wasn't for Camille, we would have never known that Amber's tears were a hoax and the person she showed us on day 23 was the real her. Amber is not a weak woman, and it showed in the presence of another strong woman like herself called Camille Vasquez. By now, the jury should stop pressuring themselves on who might be the liar in this case simply because it's quite simple who it is. Let's continue watching videos from Film Streak as we give you all the latest tea from Hollywood and the Johnny and Amber trial. Thanks for watching.